Well, whenever we visit a new city, I like to take some time and drive around the streets and the downtown and the area surrounding, and I stop in gas stations and kind of get a feel of it. And I have to tell you that in Jackson, Mississippi, this is the most, I don't know, driving around it has the most feeling of despair, and I don't know how to say it, but obviously the economic distress here in Jackson is amongst the worst I've ever seen. This is one of the main roads in and out. The amount of potholes in the city is crazy. So there's hardly any money being spent on infrastructure in this city. Well, we are at the state capital of Mississippi. Sorry about the noise, we got workers doing something over here, but it is a beautiful building, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's very beautiful.
This is a really beautiful Capitol building. Mississippi, there we go.
So you want us to sign this here? Yes, please. Excellent.
But it is quite beautiful in here.
It is very beautiful, my goodness.
There goes that noise. Whoa! Look at the detail on the ceiling, huh? They have pictures on the walls of all the former House of Representatives, and there's John Grisham, District 7. Yeah, 1984 to 1988. All right, everybody, I am in Clarksdale, Mississippi, a city rich in history, deep in the heart of the Mississippi Delta. Some of the greatest musicians and blues came from here. Muddy Waters, Sam Cooke, Ike Turner, Robert Johnson, just to name a few. A lot of the great musicians in our history. Elvis Presley, of course. Hank Williams. Johnny Cash. You listen to some early Beatles and Rolling Stones, you will hear the blues in their music. Rock and roll is basically just where white artists reinterpreted blues. And well, the Rolling Stones, for instance, took their name from a Muddy Waters song called Rolling Stone. Here's some of the really interesting artwork that you see just everywhere here. Deke's Mississippi Saxophones and Blues Emporium. Delta Blues Alley Blues Land, okay. Yeah, how about that, huh? Might try to check this place out too. Now they got a sign here set up for pictures, I'm guessing. Instagram and the like. This up ahead is the Ground Zero Blues Club, founded by Morgan Freeman, the actor, and a half owner. It is considered world class. Maybe the greatest blues club in the entire United States, maybe even the world.
Oh, maybe, huh?
And we've been here before.
Yeah, we have.
But we're back because we really like it. And maybe we'll see Morgan Freeman, but probably not.
That would be cool.
Yeah. All right, everybody. I am in Tupelo, Mississippi. Elvis Presley, the king, was born in this tiny home in 1935. I have always wanted to come here, a pilgrimage, if you will. Well, I'm just interested to see where he was born. So is this where his parents slept?
Yeah, and I guess him too, till...
Wow.
Is this the only bedroom, I guess? Yes, ma'am.
So you walk in right to the bedroom.
Yep.
So the front door.
You know,
I don't know.
They were identical.
Yeah, so you walk into a bedroom.
Yeah, just walk
It's only 2 rooms in this little house.
There's 2 rooms in this little house.
And this, the other room's the kitchen.
This is the shotgun house. That's the stove, that's the original bricks, and that's the ice box that Vernon brought back up here.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is the entire house.
And this is the entire house?
This
Wow.
is it. Yeah. I know, it's a little 2-room house. Now right there, that building is the Tupelo hardware store. In a bit here I'll pop out and try to take a look at it, but that is the store that Elvis went inside of and bought his first guitar. Right there, a place of history. Tupelo hardware store. Yeah, you're looking at the downtown. So far it's looking pretty beautiful. Anyway, that's the Lyric Theater, built in 1912. Many believe that it's haunted because after a tornado it served as a temporary morgue, but its biggest place in history is that is where the King, Elvis Presley, kissed his first girl. It is in this spot in 1945 that 10-year-old Elvis won his first singing contest. He placed 5th. Now that's kind of shocking. 5th. Scattered throughout the downtown of Tupelo are somewhere between 25 and 30 guitars. It's called the Elvis Guitar Trail. You can see them all over. That is Tupelo Hardware Co., the place Elvis bought his first guitar. We'll go check it out. I'm just outside the store now. It's got a cutout of Elvis and a guitar here. I wondered if this is the guitar, a replica of the one that he bought. It's blue. Anyway, take a look inside. Yep, it's an old school hardware store, for sure. I'm in the store now. There's a cutout of Elvis up here, but the store still sells guitars. In 1946, Elvis' mother Gladys brought him here to buy a bicycle. Once they arrived, a .22 caliber rifle caught Elvis' eye. He asked his mother to buy it instead. She wasn't happy about it, so they compromised on a guitar. The guitar was sold to young Elvis for $7.90. What a return on that investment, huh? Anyway, there's a lot to do here in Memphis. Of course, Graceland, Elvis's old home. We've already done that. I would show you video, but they don't allow video cameras inside Graceland. So we did take a couple pictures. I'm going to show what I'm showing to you now, what you're seeing on the screen. What's it famous for? The ducks. The Peabody ducks. I'll walk over there in a minute to show them to you. So these ducks stay here all day and just hang out in this fountain, and then at 5 o'clock today a red carpet will be rolled out to the elevators and they will go up to their $200,000 penthouse. So one of the quirky things in Memphis. Okay, so we are at the Lorraine Motel here in Memphis, and of course if you know any history you know that this is where Martin Luther King was shot as he was standing on the balcony right there, room 306. And there's a museum attached, and we've been inside there. I'm showing you a couple pictures now of the interior of the room because we went through the museum earlier.
They preserved the room just the way it was.
Yeah, the room is preserved just the way it was, but he was standing out on this balcony, and I guess that was their 2 cars, the white Cadillacs, still here. And he was shot by James Earl Ray, and apparently he was shot from that building over there. So I think, yeah, it was that little window to the right, that building you could probably barely see because it's kind of shaded with the way the sun is. But he was shot, well, when was he shot?
April 4th, 1968.
Live music coming from almost all of these buildings.
Park with an attitude.
Huh?
Got park with an attitude over there.
Yeah. Take a look down the street.
Is BB the King?
BB King's. Alright. Well, we're going to head down this way again. Just kind of walk around a bit, huh? Drink our drinks. So you have your bright electrically
Yeah,
cat
but
ears.
I need like a mirror to see what they look like.
Oh. Yeah, real blues. I'm on High Street, or is it West High Street? This is downtown. It is beautiful. This is the Lewis and Clark Monument. Lewis and Clark stopped here June 1804, first couple of days of June, before they made their historic trek out west. This is the Missouri River.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we are going to head up into the Capitol. So let's go check it out and we'll get your passport stamped.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
Well, here's the front of the Missouri State Capitol. Boy, it is beautiful. Yeah, that's a statue of Thomas Jefferson. Of course, the city's named after him. Yep, we're going through security. So, now let's do that. Go to security. We are inside, so we are now going to get her passport. Her Capitol passport looks there.
Hello. There we go.
All right, let's see it.
Well, thank you.
Let's see it. Focus. Come on, camera, focus. Anyway, there it is, Missouri. All right, walking out into the rotunda. Wife's already out there. Always exciting to see it for the first time. There it is. It's got a big light fixture. Look at that. Nature has almost completely taken over that house there. This is downtown. Believe it or not, downtown is a registered historic district. I'm going to drive in now. I guess that is the Chamber of Commerce, and it's where it actually is. I wanted to show you what it looks like entering the city from the north. Would you look at this? No dumping, work in progress. Okay, and the doors are open. Look at that. I don't know if that house burned or the wood rotted and it is just literally disintegrating into the ground where it sits. But holy cow. This one's not much better. Again, being reclaimed by nature. There's a row of houses here. What? There's 4 of them. 3 of them are abandoned. This one looks like someone may live there, even though I don't see a car or anything. You know, in 10 years, these houses will be completely gone. Yes, there's a house in there. Okay, we are at one of Nashville's quirkiest, or at least most interesting tourist attractions. The Parthenon, a 1-by-1 replica, exact same size, everything, of the Parthenon in Athens. Of course, the one in Athens is falling apart. This one is still in great shape, but it was built 1897, so that's what?
124 years ago?
124 years ago. Well, we are at the Tennessee State Capitol in Nashville. The second floor of the Tennessee State Capitol is quite beautiful. Drinking away. You can see all the light and the neon, hear all the live music. All right, everyone, I am in Selma, Alabama. A city with a lot of history. In the 1960s, this was a significant place for civil rights. Black people organized marches from here in Selma to Montgomery to protest the fact that they couldn't vote. They made it to Dexter Avenue in downtown Montgomery, marched to the state capitol, and it worked. A few months later, the Voting Act of 1965 was passed. The city was based on agriculture and farming. Over the years, of course, farmers don't need a lot of people to operate their farms. And so there's been mass unemployment. And the city has struggled. And you can see the Capitol there in the distance. The capital of Alabama, the Capitol building of Alabama. Interesting history. When the South seceded, they all met here in Montgomery, the leaders of all the states. This Capitol building was named the capital of the new country, the Confederate States of America. This fountain is at the beginning of Dexter Avenue, which was named after Andrew Dexter, the founder of the city. Right here in the square is a statue of Rosa Parks. In 1955, she refused to give up her seat to a white person and was arrested for it. At the time, Martin Luther King was the pastor at the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church, which is right up the street here. All right, this is the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church. Martin Luther King was pastor here from 1954 to 1960. And so when Rosa Parks was arrested in 55, the two of them got together and organized the Montgomery bus boycott. And it was successful. A year later, the state of Alabama struck down segregation on buses. Now, he returned here in 1965, went to Selma and led that march from Selma to the steps of the Alabama Capitol building. And that was successful as well, because later that year the Voting Rights Act was passed. We are on the steps of the Alabama State Capitol building. So you can see straight down this way is Dexter Avenue. It is nice, isn't it? So they suggested we come up to the second floor, see the rotunda. Restored to look like it did in the 1800s. The murals are on the next floor up.
Hold if you want to get a picture.
Oh no, that's fine. I just video whatever Capitol building we go to. There we go.
Right. Thank you. Yeah, no problem.
This is the first White House of the Confederacy. So when Jefferson Davis was named president of the Confederacy, the Confederate States, this was his White House. Picture of Jefferson Davis, the president. Confederate States of America. All right, so this is a Confederate flag from 1865. Did you see this Confederate money?
No.
It's a $20 bill. We're in Tallahassee, Florida, which is the capital city of the great state, the Sunshine State. I'm driving through downtown right now.
Stop sign.
Really love these roads with the overgrown trees. Well, we are at the Florida Capitol now. Have the wife in tow, and we're going to go up in that building and check out what the great state of Florida is all about, right? So we're at the front of the old Capitol building. You can see the new one rising behind it. This building was apparently falling apart, this old Capitol building. So some lawmakers threatened to move the Capitol to Orlando, and the locals here rose to the occasion, got the money to build this one, and here it stands now. Well, we'll see what the inside looks like. That's it.
There we go.
All
That's
right.
good enough.
Florida.
Cool.
Well. All right. It's Tallahassee. I'd read that you can almost see the beach.
What? Where's it at?
Well, the coast is only 22 miles away. We are at Martin Luther King National Historic Park, and at this place is not only the house that he was born in, but his tomb where he was buried. So this is where Martin Luther King is buried, looks like next to his wife. Now we are heading to MLK's birth house, and this is the road to that place across the street here, and you can see a crowd of people up there. That must be where his house is. So this is it. This is the home that Martin Luther King was born in. Oh, there it is then, huh? Interesting that this is where he started life, and just a 5-minute walk that way is where his tomb is. We are at the state capitol of Georgia, the building, and there's my wife across the street. We're going to attempt to go in. Interestingly, the dome on the outside is covered with real gold. So that's not just gold colored paint, that is actual gold. Yeah, here's the dome here. And of course, it's December, Christmas time. Really, really beautiful in here though. Right, we are actually in Governor Kemp's office now, or his waiting area. They let us in. That was nice of them, huh?
What did you take? They were in a big bowl. I was hoping it was candy.
You stole those Georgia peanuts.
It was candy.
Yeah, you stole them. Alright everybody, I am driving into Frankfort, Kentucky, heading towards downtown. Looks like you can see it right there. This is the capital of Kentucky. And take a closer look after this little drive-through, but
at the stop sign, turn left onto St. Clair Street.
Alright, I think I'm going to shut her up. But, wow, this is pretty, isn't it? It's really nice. Now, they've got a really cool sign here, and it doesn't point you in the direction of cities. It points you in the direction of distilleries. See the Kentucky River there on the left? Capitol building. There's some scaffolding around it. Looks like they are refurbishing it. Yeah, here's Daniel Boone's gravesite. I was a big fan of him as a kid. Explorer, adventurer, amongst other things. Yeah, 1784, his book, The Adventures of Daniel Boone, was published, and it made him a worldwide famous celebrity, if you will. And I always enjoyed reading about his exploits. So, how cool that I'm at his grave. I'm excited. Oh, there we go. Will there be security? Yep, there's security. All right, we are through security, and she's going to get her passport book stamped. And there it is. Always exciting to see the rotunda, isn't it? It's nice. Now they have some noted native-born Kentuckians here. Abraham Lincoln, born here in Kentucky. Jefferson Davis, the president of the Confederacy. He's here somewhere. He was born in Kentucky. And they also have a statue of Harlan Sanders here, founder of KFC. His statue is here too, somewhere. Haven't found it yet. They've got a governor's wives doll case. We saw that in another Capitol building.
I can't remember which capital it was.
So these are all the wives of governors over the years. And if you remember in that case, the current governor was a woman, so they had one male.
One male, yeah.
Where was that? I can't remember. Yeah, these are all dolls of the governors. Wait a minute, what's this say? Oh, Martha Collins, 1936, Kentucky's first woman governor. Yeah, it has a dog too. So she is the current governor's wife, Brittany Brashear. Yeah, it's pretty impressive to see.
Given yours of yours in the nuts. Oh, okay. It's called
Yeah. Yep, there he is, Harlan Colonel Sanders.
They have him in white. It's funny.
Well, he always wore that white suit. Yeah,
Everybody knows that.
he is an important person for Kentucky. That is the Ohio River, and across the bridge over there is Indiana. I am in Kentucky at what looks like a dream job as he churns up the very brown Ohio River. Still, it's quite beautiful. I'm on Main Street in Louisville, Kentucky. A lot of renovated turn-of-the-century buildings on this street. It's really beautiful. A gigantic bat that just leans against a 5-story building, which is a museum, the Louisville Slugger Museum. But, you know, it's well known that the best baseball bats are made right here in Kentucky. Now this is another striking statue in downtown Louisville. Not everybody's enthralled by it. Some consider it tacky. It is a 30-foot replica of Michelangelo's masterpiece, Statue of David. You can't miss it, that's for sure. 30 feet tall. You look at it and you go, man, what is it made out of? Rock? You know, marble? Wood? Nap? He is made out of foam. That's right, foam. That's been painted gold. So yes, it's a little tacky, a little campy, but I love it. That's the kind of stuff I really dig. I mean, that's art. Absolutely. That is art. Alright, I'm in Cave Hill Cemetery here in Louisville. There are 2 gentlemen here that are among the most well-known in history. One of them is Muhammad Ali, and this is where he is buried. His grave faces east in respect to his religion. He was Muslim. He was born here in Louisville, the greatest of all time, the self-proclaimed greatest of all time, but in his case, he backed it up, didn't he? Colonel Sanders. The guy behind the 11 herbs and spices, one of the most famous men in the world. And it may surprise you to know that the first Kentucky Fried Chicken was not in Kentucky. It was in Salt Lake City, Utah, where I just was a few weeks ago. But yep, this is where Colonel Harlan Sanders is buried.